Now we're gonna get into the next segment of our podcast. So in this segment, I don't know what we're gonna call it. We have to come up with a name, I guess. But we're gonna take on questions that the listeners that you guys send in, and we're gonna answer it. We're gonna try to give some advice, good and bad, and we're gonna kind of all
For sure, bad.
Yeah.
I love how
But
you
we'll also
emphasize
kind
good
of just
and
talk
bad.
about situations, and we'll make it fun, keep it light, and also maybe you guys can go home with some important information or
some
or
takeaways.
lessons.
Fresh perspectives.
Yeah. So should we get into it?
It's for all of my people who be fighting depression. When you think about your life, you can't help but to stress it. Counting all your failures, but never counting your blessings. I've been feeling
I
lost
got
and
it.
I need a sense of...
So, getting started on this one, it says, I got a very sticky situation in my hand. About 17 years ago, I was in the Army, stationed in Fort Carson, Colorado. And one night, hooked up with a chick that didn't use any protection, fully busted inside. Oh. I will admit I was a young, stupid man. Damn to find out a couple months later she's pregnant. Didn't want to go through the process to find out who the father was because she blank around with like 5 dudes in the barracks. Barracks? How do you say it? Barracks?
Yeah. I
Barracks.
think that's like
Barracks?
the military.
Yeah, there you
housing.
go.
Yep,
Yeah.
barracks.
17 years went by and I kind of always kept up with her. Hold on, I just had to, what? 17 years went by and I kind of always kept up with her just in case, it was
So,
my
like-
kid.
So full on stalking.
Yeah.
I guess social media.
So for
yeah,
17 years, yeah, okay. I stalked her.
Oh,
Yep,
okay,
I stalked her on Facebook over the past couple months and found out she's dying of lung cancer. And from what I can see, this kid really doesn't have anybody.
Oh no.
I'm fairly certain it's mine. The kid has my features when I was a kid and had flaming red hair.
Oh,
So does this kid. I'm also getting married in September. My fiance knows nothing about this. I feel like dropping all of this on her would be unfair to her. My life is different now. I'm not getting involved in this, but pretty sure this redheaded stepchild is mine. So do I step up? Do I take care of him? Do I even message anybody? I don't know what to do.
Oh damn, that's a lot to take in.
Yeah. We are of that age where we potentially
17 years ago.
Yeah, so the kid's almost 18 now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I think it's too late, right?
it might be. I don't know. I mean, wait, so...
I just know if I was 17, 18, I didn't know who my dad was. And on my mom's deathbed, this random guy popped up. I'd be a little upset.
Well,
I'd be a little upset.
who would you
at
be
him.
upset with? Would you be upset with...
I'd be upset
your
at
mom?
him.
Your mom too? Because your mom
No.
didn't tell you though, right? Well, wait, unless your mom did. Because your mom didn't want to tell the father who it was. So it might be the mom's fault too, because she kept the father out of his life, right? If I read that right.
Well, okay, the thing is, this man stalked this lady for 17 years.
He could have said something,
Like,
earlier.
sir.
He said, because he said when he was a kid, he had the kid had
red hair.
his features, so he could have said something this whole time. And now it's too late. You can't say anything now.
Because he said 17 years went by, and I kind of always kept up with her just in case, the kid was mine. At what point in 17 years did you
Yeah.
find out that kid was possibly yours?
It's too late. I don't want. Okay, this sounds terrible, but you got to get out of jail free card.
Oh, so he's just like
take it.
just live his life with his new wife.
Yeah. You made your mistake.
I feel sorry for the kid, yo.
Yeah.
This is a lot.
Yeah.
This kid needs therapy.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
So if there's a redheaded kid out there who's 18 years old and your mama died of lung cancer or is dying of lung cancer, reach out.
Yeah, and then I also feel like the guy that's reaching out.
Yeah, he even says like, what I can see is the kid really doesn't have anybody, but can you really know that from social media?
You don't
Right.
know the situation.
Yeah, you don't know anything.
Yeah,
honestly.
and
He's projecting
Yeah.
that he has nobody.
he could just be stepping into like like something that they
trying to be like a quote unquote savior type mentality.
Yeah.
Or the guilt.
Oh, that's true.
The
Yeah.
guilt is setting in, so he feels that he has to step in now.
Right. So yeah, he's doing this to absolve him of guilt, not to actually
Do the right
help.
thing.
Yeah. Because if he wanted to do the right thing, he should have done it
Long
over the
time
past
ago.
17 years.
Yeah.
Now he's doing it to like selfishly to absolve him.
Yeah,
of that
you know
guilt.
what?
Yes.
You guys are right. I mean, he should have messaged or
Yeah.
in contact with the mom to
Yeah.
say, "Hey, is
Like,
that my
that-
kid? Can I
is
help
that-
in any way?" Whatever. But yeah, you know.
Yeah.
What?
But
take
I
back
think
what
to your point earlier, maybe the
Yeah.
mom does have a role in
Yeah,
hey, like
keep
not reaching out
excluding him
or to find out
Yeah.
who the potential father. But maybe she did try, and
Yeah.
if it's if there's too many
Yeah.
individuals, I don't know. Maybe she tried with them.
So
I
it
don't know.
sounds like right here, it's both the adults.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so it sucks
Yeah.
for the kid and it sucks for the fiance of the guy too, because she doesn't know
Yeah.
anything.
It sucks because. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, because I was gonna say you drop this bombshell on her before you guys get married. Like, yo, I have a freaking fully grown kid, man.
Yeah.
It's 18,
And
and,
I'm like-
I've known.
I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Is what? Who are you, man? Who
Yeah.
are you? Do you
That's
have a
like
second
a-
double
yeah.
life?
Yeah, that is crazy. Cause like you're ruining you and your fiance's future, or you could potentially I don't know. Maybe she's great and she's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, we'll take this kid
Step
on
up.
or whatever. But also like that's a big bombshell that you're dropping.
What a
Yeah.
that is a very sticky situation,
Yeah.
right? Where it's like, for potentially 17 years,
Yeah.
you knew,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah, didn't do anything about it.
And now you want to because the mom is dying. So technically, you're kind of a jerk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and also like they're probably mourning and getting ready to mourn.
Yeah.
So if some guy comes in claiming to be your father, I think now like I don't know,
I'd probably lash out.
yeah, you know, like shit, like so many things going on. Yeah, that's why if I was like a 17-year-old kid and
Yeah.
this dude popped up,
Yeah, like my mom's
when my
dying.
mom is dying, like
Who the
in her
fuck are you?
deathbed, you know.
Saying I'm your
Yeah,
daddy.
Yeah, even if he was, I'd be like, fuck this guy, because where's this guy been my whole life? I don't know, and I have major daddy issues, so I'm like, yeah, fuck this guy.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I was like,
yeah. So what does he do?
See, what I don't like is that like he blamed her too since the beginning, right? Because he's
Yeah.
like, well,
She's
she
with
was
other
messing
guys.
with 5 other dudes,
Yeah,
which, well, you nutted in her
Yeah.
without protection.
yeah, that is great.
Like,
Yeah.
that's both of y'all's fault.
yeah,
But also, if you knew that you did that,
Yeah,
you
know,
were irresponsible.
and
Yeah.
and here's the thing. Okay, I'm gonna defend this guy. I'm gonna defend
Yeah.
this guy, right? In the barracks, that means they were probably 18, 19 years old
Yeah.
when this occurred. They were just kids too.
Absolutely.
They were just kids too. They just joined the military, so they were probably getting some money
They're
and
getting-
just experiencing like life on
Yeah.
their
a lot of
own.
hormones going around.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
and so yeah, he was a kid,
Yeah.
and you know, yeah, he was a kid when this occurred. Like, yeah, I think the I can see
It's
where the
scary.
potential responsibility of like
Yeah.
taking that on can be really
frightful.
yeah, it can be
You
scary.
did say I admit I was a young stupid
Yeah.
man.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
that doesn't excuse you from.
Yeah, you still killed somebody. You know, if you kill somebody, you still killed somebody, even though you admit like
Doesn't
that-
take away from the truth.
Yeah. I think that's why I say, look, it sucks to say this, but the dude got to get out of jail free card.
Yep.
Just take it, live the best life you can.
Yeah. He just has to deal with his own maybe his own his terms, his morality, how he feels,
Yeah.
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 his morals. I should
This
say.
kid
Yeah.
grows up to be like serial killer. Now that's on you. Yeah.
Or the kid grows up to be a freaking very, very, very
Yeah.
successful businessman
Right.
or sports
You can't
star.
take accountability
You can't
for
come
that
back,
either.
bro.
Can't
Yep,
come back,
yep,
yeah.
yep.
You can't come back to your life like,
Yeah.
hey, I was
I'm your dad.
Yeah.
Give me $5,000.
Maybe just stop with the stalking.
yeah.
Yeah.
Stop
just-
with the
Yeah.
done.
Yeah, that's true. He should have just been left. Like,
Yeah.
why are you,
Yeah,
why
yeah,
are you
that's what I'm
checking back
saying.
on?
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you- If you are checking back on, do something, dude. What the
Yeah.
hell?
Yeah. For 17 years, you
Yeah.
did that That's weird.
That's
That's
very
weird.
Yeah,
That's
you
It's,
had
it's
your
like I want to
chance.
keep tabs. I want to
Yeah.
keep tabs, but I don't want to be there.
I would feel some type of way if I was the fiance.
Yeah.
Like, why are you checking on this
That's true.
Yeah.
dying 17-year-old
Yeah.
or this dying woman for 17 years?
That you nutted in. Yeah.
No.
Like that's.
That's strange behavior.
That's weird.
That's very strange. So
Yeah.
what do you do? Does he step up? Does he take care of him? What's the answer?
I don't know.
I think if the kid eventually reaches out and finds out and does some DNA testing, and you hear about this shit all the time. If the
Yeah.
kid reaches out, yeah, you had 17 years to reach out, my guy,
Yeah.
and you didn't.
Yeah.
And you waited till kind of like what Peng was saying. You're just trying to absolve yourself of the guilt,
Yeah.
and you put stepchild. That's not a stepchild if that one's yours.
That-
That's fully
yeah.
biologically yours. Half your
Yeah.
DNA.
Yep.
So should you step up? Yeah, if the kid reaches out, but that kid's almost
Yeah.
18.
Yeah.
Maybe not now.
Not
you know,
now.
like just later. Later at a date after they mourn. He mourns his mother's passing.
Right.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
That's a very
show
tough-
up at the funeral home? Does he show up at? Does he go to her funeral?
Oh, that's a good question.
No, you.
Because they don't have a relationship.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
haven't been in
Yeah.
that
Oh, that's true.
strange woman's
Yeah.
life in 17
Because
years.
you show up like, who is this guy?
I think stalking.
Right.
that looks
With
like
red hair.
me. That looks like
Yeah,
me.
yeah. You just go stand next to him. And
You're like,
snap
wait.
a couple of photos.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
I never seen this man in my
the
life.
math is mathing.
Yeah.
Yeah. How terrible.
Uh-huh.
I think. Shoot. There was a part where. Oh shit. Where are we?
Yeah, let's
Okay.
scroll back down.
I don't know. I had something. I'm sorry. I don't
No,
know.
it's-
I had something.
It's all good.
Yeah, I think you take the. Well, okay. So he says he's Facebook stalking or
Yeah.
stalked her on Facebook.
Yeah.
That implies they were not friends.
Yeah,
Or,
we're-
right on social media.
Probably.
So yeah, he doesn't have a relationship with her, and so
Which is weird too.
yeah.
No.
It's for
If you-
17 years.
If you nutted in someone, you have to add them on as a friend. Right?
Yeah.
Is that a rule? No?
I don't know.
No?
I
Maybe
don't-
not. Maybe this is why you don't add them on. I don't know. Sorry, that's terrible. That's terrible.
As men,
Yeah.
well,
Well,
is that the thing?
Yeah. Do you do that if you accidentally put it?
I don't know. I've only had one partner, so I don't know.
Dude,
I'm not a man, so
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not getting
Um,
anybody pregnant.
Yeah, I've never been in a situation, but
Yeah.
that sounds tough.
Yeah. We are of age, 17, because
That's-
17 years ago, we would have been
17, 18.
17, 18. This guy is kind of maybe just a few years older than us.
or,
Maybe.
or maybe even the same age.
Maybe
Yeah.
around the same age, yeah.
Because they just joined the military.
So very possibly there could be a little Pang, a little Danny,
Yeah.
a little Cam
Yeah.
running around
Hey, it might be
somewhere.
one of our friends that sent this in.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow.
I don't know any redheads. Never mind.
Yeah.
You don't know any redheads
No.
that you know of.
Oh,
Yeah. But
Wild.
yeah, I don't know. For me, I'm just saying. I think it's too late. I think
Mhm.
it's too messy of a situation
No.
right now. You can't do that to your fiance.
Yeah.
At some point, it maybe should be brought up or addressed, but I think it's too messy right now. I don't
Yeah.
know. But does the fiance deserve to know too? I don't know. Because that's another question, right? Because
Yeah, I mean, some people say what you don't know doesn't hurt. So I mean, what if you were the fiance in a situation? How would you feel?
I feel like I would have liked to know, because you would think you don't keep things from each other, right?
Yeah.
You would like that to be the case, but that's also it's also
It's-
not a real
Yeah. It always sounds good in text or in words, but when it actually happens, dude, that's a freaking
it's messy.
bomb. It's just
Yeah.
like, holy crap. People always say, "Oh, I would love to know," but do you really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I also believe in blissful ignorance sometimes.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I don't need to know that. I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know.
And I would say this, like, if something went awry in me and my wife's relationship 20 years ago, or 15 years ago, I don't care. Go take it to your deathbed. I don't need to know now.
You know what?
If it was 10 years ago, it's not like a thing now. Take it to your deathbed. I'm fine with it not knowing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would you? Okay,
Yeah.
let's flip
Yeah,
this
go down.
the
Okay.
script. Let's say your wives had a child at 17 years old, but gave up that child for adoption.
Yeah.
And never told you.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I knew my wife at 17, so
well,
yeah, that would be
hypothetically. Let's
Yeah,
say,
yeah.
Let's say you met her in college.
I would say, I guess by then,
Well,
is it different because you're
married.
holding the babe, like it's, like, is it biologically different because, is it harder to hide the fact that, I guess you can have a kid and, I don't know, no one will ever know, and
No.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I want to know.
Like if Barb had a child 17 years ago.
And
If-
then that child knocks on your doorstep. Hi.
Your dad. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
What would you guys do?
Okay, if I would say at this point, 17 years later, and she hasn't said anything, take it to your deathbed.
Mm-hmm.
If,
Fair.
you know, yeah,
Okay.
it does.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's so tough.
Yeah.
That's so tough.
I mean, if
'Cause-
I don't know and if I don't need to know, sure. I mean, but if she wants to bring it up and if she, feel maybe this child reached out to her or something, but it can't.
Yeah.
I have a kid. They're gonna come visit us next Thursday.
Yeah. Yeah.
First of all, my first reaction was like, "Holy F word! What is
Yeah,
going? What?
yeah.
What?" But I mean, so 17 when she had the kid when she was 17. We met when we were like 20. That's what 3-year period. I of course I would react like how anybody else would react.
Yeah.
You have a whatever grown kid, but I feel like I'd be like, okay, then let's meet this kid. Ultimately, it's still your child.
Yeah.
And we kind of talk
Yeah.
it through. I mean, but then again, that's what I feel like I want to say. But when it
In
actually
that
happens in
moment,
real life, you
yeah.
don't know, man.
You're like, what the hell?
Yeah, yeah,
Because now it's like they've been lying to you this whole
Yeah,
time,
yeah.
and so it's like it opens up that door of okay, what else have you been keeping
Yeah,
me from me?
yeah.
How about you, Danny? You're like,
Man.
where are you at on this?
Yeah.
If I were the fiance, I would feel some type of way.
Mhm.
Especially because you've been stalking her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the big part.
Well,
yeah.
we didn't talk about the stalking aspect of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Never mind.
Yeah, if you've been stalking, not even in a loving way, right? But you've potentially known for 17 years. And it depends. How long have I been with my fiance? If we've been together for like a few years,
Yeah.
still, why didn't you bring it up?
It's a big detail. It's a big thing to miss.
Yeah.
But also,
Yeah,
how do you
yeah.
bring it up, right?
Yeah,
You just
yeah.
met someone. Let's say we just started
Yeah.
getting to know each other. Hey, I got this kid out there. I don't know if it's mine.
Yes.
I'm
Yeah,
not-
because you almost don't want to bring it up because that'll ruin that can ruin
Whatever
how,
you can get.
relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah, like how
Just ruin the whole
Yeah.
like dynamic. It's just
Yeah.
it's messy. It's very very messy, sticky.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you should have been honest from the get go. No, just kidding.
Yeah, I'm just glad this
Yeah.
is my situation.
But also, like, I don't know. Honestly, if you're honest from the get go, right? Is it gecko or get
Get-go.
go?
Get-go.
Go. I've always said gecko. But anyway,
insurance gecko.
but
Yeah.
if you're honest from the beginning, right? There's a good chance and high probability that you guys aren't together, right? Because there's a chance where she goes, "Oh, that's kind of a weird that's a weird thing," and is that easy to look past? If you've met a partner today, a potential partner,
Yeah.
and he goes,
And they tell
"Yeah, I
you
may have
from
this
the
kid,"
start.
are you more likely to go, "Red flag gone, I'm not"?
I think I would ask to understand first.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like Cam said, to think about it hypothetically, it's easy, right? I would
Yeah.
want to know. I would want to be like,
Yeah.
well, are you not involved in the child's life because of your choice, if you're choosing, or are
Yeah.
you not involved because the mom never let you
Yeah.
know because that's out of your control? Or are you just weird and you know about it and you never reached out and never asked the mom? And
yeah.
there's a lot of things that come into play, you know,
Yeah.
but the thing is, if you, for 17 years, you had a hunch that this was your kid, you never reached out to the mom, and now that the mom is dying, you're thinking about reaching out to the mom because you want to take care of the kid. I'd be like, why now?
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
That's tough.
No.
Yeah.
The only thing we can say is good luck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a sticky situation,
Yeah,
and
good luck,
best
man.
of luck to this.
Good
dude.
luck.
Yeah.
But
also,
let us know what you do.
Yeah, you kind of dropped the ball
Yeah.
early on, but by not reaching out earlier.
everyone.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
The kid, the mom, the
Yeah,
fiance,
yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
Her
for sure.
death is on his hands. So
Don't say that.
he should feel guilty. But I don't know, just kidding.
Cam with the
And,
truth.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Payne with the truth.
Yeah, just kidding. But yeah, if you guys like that, or if you guys have questions, definitely send it in. We'd love to answer it. We'll make sure to block out any names if we feel like we may need to change some text here and there. We'll definitely do that on our end. But yeah, send us your situation. We'd love to kind of break it down and have a conversation about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you want our insights, our wonderful, wise insights.
Yeah, there we go. That's the name
Bad
of our,
and good.
Yeah. But yeah, thanks for tuning in for the first episode, guys. Check out our Spotify. Check out our audio only stuff.
Yep.
Check out Cam.
You eat.
Cam
Yeah.
Eats.
Yeah.
Check out Danny with a cell.
Excel.
Danny's got a ton of things going on. So make sure you just check in, follow her, and check in on the farm. We could use your support. I need to buy bee suits. I need to buy about like 20 bee suits. That shit's expensive, so need your support. We're trying to take care of the community here, so show us some love. Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
It was a good episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you.
you
We'll see you at the
guys.
next one.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for real.
Thank you.
That was fun.
It was.
That's
It was
fun.
a great time.
I hope we recorded that. All right.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna get
Okay.
a text from me in the morning,
Like,
like,
oh,
dude,
so you would never guess.
yeah.
You will never guess what happened. Oh, that was good, y'all.
Okay. You want me to press this red button to
Yeah,
stop?
yeah, yeah. Go ahead.